take a step back. I told you on the phone, I act for ERCB when they're sued on these types of things. There's only one such case in Alberta that I'm aware of, where they're using outside counsel, which is me at the moment. That's an oil spill out in the Rosebud area, which has become more of a political grandstanding issue than a legal dispute.
Over an oil spill?
This was a fracking case. It was alleged contamination of a water well. There didn't appear to be any personal injuries.
Just groundwater contamination?
Groundwater contamination. Encana is the oil company. They've said we deny that we've done anything, but we'll give you a lifetime supply of potable water anyway, because we just don't care and we don't want to fight with you.
Yes.
It's Encana, and they have all the money in the world.
Yeah.
And Alberta Environment and the ERCB have been sued in that one as well. I can tell you it's a case that is 7 years old. I haven't yet filed a statement of defense because it's been tied up in preliminary applications.
Wow.
Because that's what happens when you start suing Alberta Environment and the ERCB.
So they could just dig in and then they went through attrition is basically what happens then.
Well,
most cases, or
we keep on telling the plaintiffs' lawyers, look, if you get rid of us, Encana is going to resolve this with you, because they always do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Encana has said, look, we're happy to pay for this without admitting or denying liability. We just don't care. This is a rounding error on our balance sheet, for God's sakes. Would you stop being a nuisance? But
and the PR, the bad publicity that comes from it for everybody, is that even worth it?
Encana, ERCB, and Alberta Environment just don't care about that either. They just don't care about bad publicity, because what tends to happen is that the people who go yapping to the media are typically seen as nutcases.
I guess on your experience with fracking and stuff, what's the success rate? Quicksilver's the U.S. hedge fund, or I know they've got a claim against them in Wetaskiwin for similar type stuff. What's the Canadian climate for that kind of stuff? Is it worth a fight?
I'm not aware of any cases that have gone to trial where fracking damage has been successfully proved. But again, most of these cases resolve. Okay, we damaged your water well. We'll just set you up with potable water through a tank system forever, because we just spent $1 million drilling this well that we made $100 million on, and it's costing us an extra $300,000. We're okay. We don't need to litigate with you. We don't even need to know that it was our fault. We're just happy to pay you. And by the way, by doing that, you shut up. The regulators stay off our back. We get to do it again down the street. And so, that's the oil company approach on these. The people who typically are suing are getting a lot of resistance, and it's a knock them down, drag them out brawl, where the oil companies are not resolving. And if you drag in the regulators, I can tell you from experience, it's World War III. Encana, Alberta Environment, and the ERCB, as it turns out, all have effectively unlimited resources. They have office towers full of experts. They have bank accounts full of cash. The cost of having even an army of lawyers is something that they wouldn't even notice, and they don't have to answer for. So, anyone who wants to pick that fight literally is crazy. It's just it's terrifying as a landowner in Alberta, like to see what my mom's gone through, and as you say, what she has to fight or potentially look forward to fighting. It's so scary. It is scary, and it's expensive.